In the bustling city of Osaka, Japan, where life moves at a relentless pace, a chilling discovery would shake the lives of many. On May 21, 2014, investigators uncovered the body of 29-year-old Rika Okada, hidden away in a storage unit, far from home and from the life she once knew. This wasn't just a murder, it was a story of betrayal so profound it defies belief. A friendship that was meant to reconnect two people became the catalyst for a heinous crime, driven by twisted motives and shattered trust. What began as a simple reunion between old classmates spiraled into a tragic tale of manipulation and murder. Today, we delve into the haunting story of how a long-lost friendship turned dark and deadly, leaving one woman dead and the other facing life in prison. A tale of deceit, desperation, and betrayal that ended in unspeakable tragedy. Rika Okada received a message from an old friend, someone she hadn't seen in years. What was supposed to be a joyful reunion ended in a deadly betrayal. This is the story of Rika Okada, a young woman who trusted the wrong person and paid the ultimate price. Rika Okada was a bright and kind-hearted 29-year-old woman living in Osaka, Japan. She had recently left her job at a food delivery company and was in the middle of figuring out her next steps in life. Friends described her as cheerful, trustworthy, and always willing to help others. She loved cooking and dreamed of starting her own business someday. Yuri Oishi, her former classmate, was also 29 and struggling. After quitting her job and moving frequently, she was dealing with difficult circumstances. Reports later revealed she had been living in net cafes and hotels, living without a clear goal. Yuri had once held dual citizenship, Brazilian and Japanese, but under Japanese law, she was required to choose one nationality by the age of 22. In the end, she decided to retain her Brazilian citizenship. This decision made her return to Japan even more difficult. As non-citizens often face challenges finding stable employment, Yuri struggles to find a job, which pushes her to the edge of desperation. These two hadn't spoken in years, but in March 2014, Yuri reached out to Rika through Facebook and sent a friend request to her, seemingly eager to reconnect. She sent friendly messages, reminisced about their school days, and asked to meet up. Rika, being warm-hearted and trusting, agreed without hesitation. On May 3, 2014, Rika met up with Yuri at a restaurant. This would be the last time she was seen alive. Shortly after, Rika's family received a strange message from her phone. A message was also sent to her former employer, requesting sick leave. However, authorities later concluded that these messages were not sent by Rika, but by Yuri Oishi impersonating her. The messages didn't match Rika's usual tone. They were vague, oddly phrased, and uncharacteristic. Her parents, growing increasingly worried after not hearing from her directly for days, decided to visit her apartment. At first glance, everything appeared normal. Her home was tidy and undisturbed, but then her mother noticed a stain on the carpet that looked like blood, and Rika was nowhere to be found. Alarmed, they immediately contacted the police and filed a missing persons report. Behind the scenes, a chilling plan had already unfolded. Yuri Oishi had lured Rika to her Osaka apartment after their restaurant meeting. What exactly happened behind closed doors remains unclear, but it would be the last place Rika was seen alive. According to official autopsy results, Rika had suffered multiple stab wounds, and no defensive injuries were found, suggesting a sudden and brutal attack. Yuri then kept Rika's body hidden in a suitcase. She purchased a large shipping box, stuffed the suitcase inside, sealed it shut with tape, and mailed it via courier to a storage facility in Tokyo. She paid for everything using Rika's stolen credit card. Earlier, on March 27th, Rika had applied for a new passport. After her disappearance, authorities reviewed the details and found the attached photo didn't match her. It was Yuri's face. This indicated that Yuri had fraudulently submitted the passport application, intending to impersonate Rika. After receiving the passport, Yuri used it to open credit card accounts under Rika's name. She charged her escape expenses and other purchases to these accounts. Yuri then booked a flight to Shanghai, China, using the passport issued in Rika's name. When Rika was reported missing, police began tracing her phone and financial records. Suspicious transactions popped up, including charges for a shipping service and a rented storage unit. On May 21, 2014, police raided the storage facility in Tokyo. Inside the box, they found Rika's decomposing body. It was a horrific discovery. Surveillance footage from shipping centers and convenience stores showed Yuri dragging the suitcase and mailing the package. Her fingerprints were found on the tape and packaging. Further investigation revealed she had left Japan just days earlier. Immigration confirmed she had flown to China using Rika's identity. Yuri had vanished into the vastness of China, staying under the radar. For years, Japanese authorities worked with Chinese officials, sharing evidence and negotiating for her return. Because she had chosen Brazilian citizenship, she was no longer considered a Japanese citizen. This complicated the case further, as Japan and China do not have a formal extradition treaty, and the involvement of a third nationality added layers of diplomatic challenges. She was eventually found hiding in Shanghai. Though arrested, her extradition was complicated and delayed by legal processes between the two countries. Finally, in January 2017, nearly 3 years after the murder, Yuri Oishi was extradited back to Japan to face justice. Her return made headlines, reigniting public anger and grief. In court, Yuri admitted to the murder, but claimed that her mental state had impaired her judgment. Her lawyers argued that she had been under severe emotional and psychological distress at the time of the crime. However, the court was not convinced. They pointed out the detailed and methodical way the murder had been planned and executed, from the messages she sent pretending to be Rika, to the body disposal, to the escape plan using stolen documents. In December 2019, the Osaka District Court sentenced Yuri Oishi to life imprisonment. The judge described her actions as cold, calculated, and selfish, stating that she showed no genuine remorse. The case shocked Japan. People couldn't believe that such a horrific betrayal could come from a familiar face. Rika's family never fully recovered. They described her as someone who always put others before herself, and said that the world had lost a beautiful soul far too soon. In a rare interview, Rika's mother pleaded for people to pay attention to the quiet signs and urged young women to be cautious, even with people they think they know. The case also led to conversations about mental health, loneliness, and the dangers of identity theft. Some experts suggested that if Yuri had received help earlier, things might have turned out differently. Others emphasized that mental illness should never excuse such cruelty. This is a story of trust, how something as innocent as a message from an old friend can spiral into a chilling crime. Rika Okada never saw the darkness coming. And for Yuri Oishi, a desperate escape from reality cost an innocent woman her life.